La economía lineal es uno de los grandes problemas que tenemos hoy en día como humanidad. Y muchas de las consecuencias negativas que estamos viviendo como humanidad tienen que ver justamente con lo que genera una economía donde pareciera no importar de dónde vienen los recursos y cómo los extraes, pareciera no importar cómo consumes y qué implicancia eso tiene, y pareciera no importar cómo desechas y de qué manera estás afectando a otras especies y al mismo tiempo también a la especie humana. Por lo tanto, la economía lineal es parte del drama que estamos viviendo y parte de lo que tenemos que corregir. La contaminación atmosférica y el calentamiento global es una de las consecuencias de la economía lineal. La cantidad de plástico en los océanos es otra de las consecuencias de la economía lineal. La devastación de los bosques originales es otra de las consecuencias de la economía lineal.
The concept of waste. So we're not saying minimize waste, avoid waste, reduce waste. We're saying eliminate the entire concept of waste. In nature, there's no such thing as waste. One thing's waste is another thing's food. So in Cradle to Cradle, we've looked at the natural world is a biological metabolism with products that are being consumed and used and reconsumed in natural systems. But in the last 5,000 years, humans started banging on metal, and we started to make things like this, and we call this the technical metabolism. And we want the service of these things. We want the use of the computer, not the ownership of 4,360 chemicals. We want to use the machine. And then we can see these as products of service. We want the service. And then we want the new one for the new service. And the old one can become a new one if we design it for next use. So instead of designing these for life cycle and saying end of life of computer, this is not alive. Your telephone talks to you, but it is not a living thing. So what do I do with next use becomes the question. And how could goods become services? So we talk about use cycles. Waste equals food. So we put 5 criteria together, and we go after good materials, good economy, good energy, good water, good lives. And we find that if we do these 5 things, we can start to address all 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So if we start with good materials, why wouldn't we? You see, good materials are important because if you have a circular economy, you don't want to circulate bads again. If we have products that are toxic and then we recirculate them, it's worse. So the circular economy is not a good. See, economy is about metrics. Our job is to make the world better because we're here, not worse. So that's a basic instruction. And then the other is something I think fundamental, which is how do we love all the children of all species for all time? The Vice Minister showed us pictures of children of other species suffering from us. Is this love? Can you imagine your child's belly full of plastic? Can you imagine a child trapped? No, we don't do this. Design is the first signal of human intention. If it's our intention to do these things, then we have to question our intentions. If it's not our intention, then what is our plan? Because if we keep not doing anything different, we're going to get what we have. So the question becomes, how do we see the world differently and how do we behave in a way that works?
And when you look at the oceans and the plastic in the oceans, you realize it's a critical and urgent matter, for example. And when we look at land-based systems, again, it's a current and urgent matter. Even in a place like this, we find plastics. And I think that there's no question that we need to do a lot more, a lot faster. But I have hope.